Hello everyone, my name is ASDF. Welcome back to the last map in the Konclan Chamber Compendium. Today we're going to be doing 3, Glad You Came, then Yield, then Re-Invigorated. Re-Invigorated is a bit of a special map, so we're saving it for last. And somebody remind me once we finish this test, Glad You Came, we're going to go backwards. So do not click the next map button or I'm going to be really confused. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm not even going to look at the sign. I'm not gonna look. I want to know what's in the test. It's fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter. There's cameras. Okay. There's a launch. There's a button that drops a cube. We need to get up there. How are we gonna get up there? I assume like this. Okay. Now we're up here. Drop this fizzle field. Grab that guy. Then what can we do? Then we can do... Would it be best to walk out of that? No, there's a sludge pit. Okay, let me walk around the map and see what we have going on here. We have got to get up there. So, okay. We need to get up there first. So we'll just do this. Oops. We're going to get fizzled anyways, so it doesn't matter. But we need to get over to this button. That turns it into a push, and it closes the door. Very interesting, right? And there's no timer, so it just goes. This looks like a bridge thing, you know? Yeah. Oh, we could fire a portal there to get back across from this side. That's interesting. Also, we probably need to get this cube. Perfect. What does this button do? This... Oh, drops that so that we can get back out. Question is, I think we want to turn this to a push, but only after we get over to the other side. Tricky. Okay, so we need to get over to the other side first. We do have a cube. Does it help us to have this cube here? Do we need to get clever with where we put it? Is there anything in line with this? No. Can I simply jump up on the cube to get to the exit? No. What if I put the cube on top of this button? It doesn't fit on the button. Stay on the button. Stay up there. What if I do the thing where I drop it on my head and then I use that to get up? Okay, no. That's silly. I'm being silly. I have a feeling we need to do this first. Do we need to have this cube over there with us or not? What's up, Maddie? Hello. Thanks for popping in to say hello. I think maybe let's go with the cube because that seems to be the only way to make progress. And everything else, we're not there yet. So just hold your horses. Now, we can stand on this. We can put something there and... there and nowhere. So how do we get this cube? We need this cube in this room. I feel like we need to do this. I feel like we need to put something here. Okay, now we have a link between these two sides. However, it doesn't help us right now. We can go back out. And with the cube on this side, how does it help us? Let me think how to get the cube through here. I might be really overthinking this. Am I really overthinking this? No, I don't think I'm overthinking it. And I just need to remind myself, this is mesh, right? Yeah, that's mesh over there too. Okay. So we're not meant to be here yet. I have a feeling it has to do with turning this into a push beam. So, does this respawn? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Okay, let's get a cube again. That's weird. It doesn't... It has to be centered. That's super weird. Well, it doesn't really matter. Alright, what does this one do again? This drops that. Does that help me? I don't know that that helps me because how do I get back across now? Now I could potentially... Do you think from there I can see this? I can. So I could pull this cube back if I put it like right here and then did something like this. So if I'm here, now I could pull that into there, which seemingly is the... Ooh. Did I miss it? It's further over? Okay. Now I can fling across and maybe get a cube. As long as I can push that button. Oh, right. I need to do this. Oh, I need this to be a... Oh. I didn't even see that before. Well, that is helpful. So I need to put orange. I need to put blue and then orange. That was weird. Now I can get here and get the second cube. Thank goodness I could... My mic is syncing. I'm like, why am I so quiet? It's because my mic is slowly syncing. I thought I fixed it at the start. My mic is losing the ability to just stay here. I use a floor mic stand. Honestly, I can probably move it closer. Hang on. Let me just do that. Move it closer. Get some counterbalance going. That way it's less awful. Okay, how's that? Is that better? The microphone is abandoning ship. That's crazy. What's up, Adriana? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Okay, that's a lot better. Except that now I can't see because it's in front of my face. Streamer problems. Am I right? You guys get it. You've definitely all streamed before. Actually, I feel like a lot of people that watch live streams have dabbled in live streams. Now we have this guy. Which means now we can go put it on the button and leave this fizzle field down. And that helps us somehow. That somehow helps us. Let me think about how it helps us. We can turn this to a push, which will allow us to get on top of there. But then we need to somehow knock it off of there. So let me think about this. If I bring this cube with me, which I could totally do. Although it'll get fizzled there if we go across this way. So I think what we need to do is go across. Oh, maybe not. Why is this button on the wall? That's the question. Why is that a button and not... We need to swap these cubes. I almost messed it all up. How do we swap these cubes? That's the question. I think we need to go over there. We need to... Ooh, okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? If we touch that button, this one respawns. You did a 12-hour stream once? That's crazy. I've streamed 8 hours before, and I'll tell you, that's a long stream. I get to the end of an 8-hour stream, and it's like working 8 hours on a hard day. Yeah. What's up, Nibu? You've streamed before some years ago. It was very bad. See, I'm telling you. You guys know. You get it. People that watch streams have dabbled in streams. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, right? So I have that cube sitting here, and I have this cube sitting there. then from the exit, I'll be able to see this panel and that panel. This will be a blue push beam. And what I'll do is I'll hit that, and it'll push the cube all the way over, and it'll respawn the cube, which will open the door and I can exit. That is all worked out. I need to figure out how to switch these two cubes now. Can I do it the other way? No, it has to be that one because that's the one that respawns. So I need to get that one out here. What's the best way to do that? Because this is the only panel out here. So maybe I need to go get that one. I don't need that on the button anymore. So I think I just need to go across now. Okay, this is good. Actually, I'm gonna save because so far I haven't done anything dumb. And that's pretty epic. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Alright, now we can go over here with this cube and swap it. I don't know how I'm going to get the other cube back. Oh, I do know how I'm going to get it back. I just need to put it here. This is fine. Oh, I think I've solved the whole test now. This is good. It doesn't matter if that drops, because I'll be getting it back soon. We got fizzled, so we need to replace this one and this one. Then we just have to stand here. This is fine. Actually, yeah, just sit tight. Okay, then I'm pretty sure this is the end. So we just need to jump into this guy. We're now at the exit, and then we put orange over there. And then we'll just wait for this guy to get fizzled. The door will open. Bing, bam, boom. We're done. That's right. Solved it first try. Didn't even mess up. I saved in the middle. I didn't even need to. It's like I'm a pro at this finally. You know, had we done these tests in order, it would have said glad you came as the last one that we played. And that would have been so satisfying. And I should have just done that. Because, you know, glad you came is like the last thing that you say. Not yield. Now we're going to be reinvigorated and then have no more maps to play. It's fine. We'll just pretend that I'll just go resolve it at the end of this thing and no one will notice that we already played it. They'll just be like, this guy is amazing. He did 4 tests in the same stream. Okay. Let's see what's in it this time. Tractor beams. Oh, faith plates, cubes, and sludge. Good, good. That's not real sludge. Is there any harmful sludge in this test environment? Because there's glass on this one. It's like you did it so that there would be the appearance of danger, but there's not any real danger. Okay, that drops that fizzle field. This drops this fizzle field. There's something over there, and then we just need a cube with us over here towards the exit so that we can get out. I'm gonna just look around. This is weird. This setup is super weird. I don't know about that. Okay, let's look around some more. Can I get up there? No. Can I get up to here? Sure can. I'm actually looking up now. Oh, there's a thing over there. That doesn't help me. I was gonna go see what was over there, but it's just glass, I think. Okay, can we do this? Can we do this and then like jump in from here? Okay, this might be where we get our cube. I don't know what this button does. What did square do? Oh. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, and that's on loop. So let's leave that alone for now. What is the point of this room? This room is crazy. Oh, ooh, a little secret alcove over there? What? Okay, all right. Let me get back here. Then... Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Okay, I think what we need to do is put a portal there. And... Where do we ultimately need this cube again? We need it... We can get it up there. Do we want it up there? Maybe. I don't know. Let's go get it first. Oh, you know what? It fizzles. So that... It should be over there now, right? Oh. What? I feel like it should have been over there now. Hang on. I don't think it's supposed to just stop there. I wasn't looking. I feel like it came out of this, hit the faith plate weird, and just bounced. I think we just got crazy lucky. Question is, how do we get up there now? Physics? Should we? Hang on. I'm just gonna. It shouldn't have happened, right? It shouldn't have happened. So let's get this back on loop. I wonder if it just bounced so hard. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is where it should have come out. So I was expecting this, not whatever else that thing was. Okay, now we can put this here. How does that help us, though? I don't know. Now what we can do is we can have a portal in there, which helps us do this. I don't know that we need a cube on this button, though. I don't know. Why not? Right? Why not put a cube on this button? Now, how does that help us? Now we can take the faith plate up, which gives us enough height to... We'll fall into there. That gets us enough height to get up there. So let's go do that. Let's just see. I should have done this first. Everything is fine. Okay, now we can get up here. But only a little bit. Oh, you know what we can do? We can be sneaky. We can do this, and then we can cross through. Now if we respawn the cube somehow with this setup, now it'll pull it onto the final platform. Somehow being push the button that's right in front of you. Now we just need to figure out how to get up there. And then we're done. I maybe shouldn't have dropped off of there, but I still haven't figured out. Usually I have the last step figured out before I get there. But currently, I don't know how to get there. It could be something like... We haven't used that for anything either. I'm not entirely sure what that's for. Oh, we could have... So we could have stayed up there, and then we could have pulled the cube through the fizzle field there and stayed up on top. Maybe we should have done that. Let me think for a second. I don't know that that helps us to be up there instead of here. It would allow us to... No, I don't think that helps us really. So how do we get up there then? Where can we use this pole beam to get up there? We can do it from there, and then it'll be up high. But I don't know that that really helps us. All of these top things are glass, so that doesn't really help us. And there's nothing to fall into panel-wise. Except for that. We could get up there. Fall in there. But we would have to have a portal set up there. And be able to get up into this beam somehow. And then does that get us high enough to just jump out? I'm not sure if it does. This is my dilemma. Like, even if we go through the effort of setting all this up, I'm not sure if that helps us. Question is, do we need to have the cube with us to set that up? Where were we before? We had this one, and then we had a thing up there. We could have set it up to pull that through instead of jumping down. But I don't know that that helps us with that. We did have the cube in there for a sec. That's not what I meant to do at all. Okay, let me reset the test. Because I can't get the cube through there. Just bear with me for a second while I reset. And then when we get back to where I was before, I'm gonna save. Okay. We do this. What? Okay. This is fine. Don't get impatient, ASDF. Just wait for it to go through the thing. Okay, now it sits there. Now we go back up. I keep switching which portal I have in which place. I should do something about that, but you know, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna save here because this is good progress. I think what I need to do is have this. Okay, now we're up here. Okay, this is where I'm gonna save because I can jump into that from here. So, and I already have that set up, which is nice. I think if I get up first, that field is dropped, right? Yeah, if I do that first, in theory, I should be tall enough to come out that way? I don't know about that. This doesn't feel right. Maybe I go this way? No. That's not right. I'll rip the music. I don't know what to do here. I feel like I'm missing something that turns it into a push beam, or there's a way that it should work. I mean, we can get back up there, no problem. We can't turn the beam off. Here, I'll get some music. Excuse me? Really? Portal funnel? No? Okay, hang on. I'll just try it again. Actually, I saved back up in the place that I'm trying to get back to. Why not just load the save? That's crazy. Just out here being crazy. Okay, so if I'm here, what did we do before? Before, we jumped down. Portal funneling doesn't work if you're not looking at it. That's crazy. I didn't know that. What's up, Nathan? Thank you for tagging me with the hello, just to make sure that I noticed you. Dude, there's only like 5 people here. I'm gonna notice you if you say hello. Although I have been bad at that in the past, so yeah, I get you. I get you. Okay, if we put something pulling that cube, We can respawn the cube by going there, but we lose the position that we have here. Now, hang on. If we respawn that cube, we just saved, right? I don't need to save again. Let's try that. Okay, cube respawned. Oh, see that? So we need it. Oh, I see. Okay. Hang on. Go like that. Oh, we just need to... We need to go onto the faith plate from here? How do we get to the faith plate while still having a portal here? That's a good question. We can get up there by dropping into... If we move blue, that's valid. We can move blue to there. But we definitely need to leave orange here, because once we're over there, there's no way we can come back through to put orange down. And we need to hit that faith plate. Do we need to have the cube over there still? I don't know. We need to move blue for sure. Also, if we move blue up there, there was something down here, right? There was a... No. So how do we do this then? We can put blue here. We can use it to pull us to this ledge. Then we can be on this inside ledge, but that doesn't really help us. Is there another way to get up there other than pulling ourselves up? I'm being a bit silly. I kind of figured. Only 5? I also kind of streamed myself and didn't get much viewers, so I can relate. Yeah, I get you. You get me, I get you. I'm being a bit silly. Can I just walk up or something? Is that a thing? Is there something on the ceiling that just pulls me up over this thing? Can I just jump through the mesh? Can I just no clip to the end? If Maddie were here, he'd tell me to just no clip to the end. But he'd say, like, use some glitch that effectively uses no clip. Also, I don't know how many viewers are here. I typically think that I have 5 to 10. Use maybe clip to the end? Yeah, that's exactly what Maddie would say. Maddie is here with us in spirit. He dropped in to say hello, and now his spirit is lingering, informing us all to use maybe clip. Alright, how am I being silly? Funnels do get you places. How in the world? I could funnel... Oh, I could go through... Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Do this. Do this. And then use your portal to get back up. That's so smart. I wish I was that smart on my own. That's crazy. Alright. Boom. We have done it. Let me out. Let me out. Alright. We're good to go. We're locked in. It's good stuff. Oh man. My brain's broken. The first test, solid. First try. This test, probably that was like my 3rd or 4th try. Okay. So now, wow, we are tracking so well to do 3 tests. This one is supposed to be something special, so I will fade out my music. It's a space loading screen. I didn't even know that was an option. Oh my, it is vastly different. Oh, we're a marble. Oh, it's gonna be weird, guys. It's gonna be so weird. Do we have a portal gun? Can I? I can't pivot the camera. So what is this? It says up. Oh, we can jump. Oh my. Okay. If there's toxic sludge, this is gonna be a disaster. What does this do? Can I sit in this? No? Can I just go? Can I? Let me out. Oh, we get fizzled. Okay, so we need to go maybe up here. No? Okay. Can we roll up this ramp? Is that what we're supposed to do? It's weird not being able to pivot. Okay, can't roll up the ramp. Can't turn the camera. So what else is in here? Monkey ball and portal? Yeah, really. Okay, am I missing a command of sorts? Do we need to just time this so well that is that what's happening? I really don't know. This toolbox is in my way. Oh, I see. Wait, hang on. Can I roll? Do I need to push the toolbox to the other side? Is that what's happening? That's pretty painful. Maybe I just sit here until the toolbox slides to the other side. Okay. Hey. No, that's... What do I do? It's so painful. This is incredibly painful. I feel like I messed it up. I feel like we're supposed to be able to put the thing. So while I'm trying to figure this out, anybody watch Solo Leveling Season 2? I'm halfway through now. Ruckus and I are having a watch party to watch the other half tonight. We watched the first half last night. Oh, we made it. Oh, okay. We need to just push this. Oh, we need to push this. This is something special. You're also about halfway through? Oh, so good. Yeah, season 1, honestly, it is so true to the webcomic. I read the webcomic like 4 times. So many times. Probably even more than that. Okay, there's the respawner. I imagine we'll get... Are we get dead by laser? Oh. It's off. Okay. Interesting. There's more scaffolding here. Do I need to... Is this a run-jump puzzle? Sure looks like a run-jump puzzle. I think I need to get this to not shine into the laser. So I need to just knock that guy over. So let's get a bit of a running start here. And we'll do a jump. Jump. No, it did not jump. I press space. I need to have a camera on my keyboard and mouse hands because I pressed space and it did not. I'm gonna pause, re-get some momentum here, then jump. Okay, worked that time. This is fine. This really is like what was it? Super monkey ball, monkey see monkey do, something like that. Going backwards is pretty brutal. Is there no way to alternate the camera? Do I need to do like page up, page down? F for flashlight? Oh, I have no flashlight. I'm a ball. Why would I have a flashlight? That doesn't even make sense. No. This has got to be a rage map, right? It says if you get stuck, you can no clip. Does this count as being stuck? Does being frustrated by the lack of controls count as being stuck? I don't think I've ever played a ball map. I've played a map where I was a fish. No, don't. Just momentum, please. This ball weighs like 400 pounds. It is so hard to get going. Or it just has, it weighs 4 pounds. And the gyroscope in it is not up to par with how much it weighs. It definitely needs more gyroscope. Less annoying. Okay, yeah, good. Right? I tried to jump, and it didn't. So then I tried to go the other way to slow my momentum, and it didn't do that either. We're gonna get really good at this portal ball physics. And until then, I'm just gonna be frustrated. We definitely should have played this one first, and then the other two. Although, that being said, I don't know why this is so hard. I've done that jump so many times now, successfully, and it's just not this hard. Okay, we just jump and go forward a little. Nope, because there's a thing in the way. Jump forward a little, then back a lot. Then, okay, back a lot. Jump. Where's the edge? Jump. Hey, we got a strike. The applause helps, honestly. Okay, you can fall off, please. Okay, it's not touching anymore, so it doesn't matter anymore. Oh. Thank goodness. Alright, is there another one? I feel like there's another one. What happens if we fall off here? It's so ominous. Can we fall off here? The camera's being weird and glitchy. You gonna open? Okay. Well, we made it into here. Oh, I see. Do we need momentum for this, or is it like scripted? Oh, we do need momentum. Okay. It's good. It's good, good, good. Very good. And we're free. Although with ray tracing, we can see exactly where the ball left off. Oh, we're not free. Oh, what is happening? Oh, no. This looks... Oh, my eyes. Why is it terrible? First try. Why can't I do that first try? Why? Whoa. Oh. I don't know if I need to be holding forward here. Left and right seems to do something, but I don't know that forward does anything, you know? Oh, my eyes. It's bad. Can I just jump over the big ones? I think I made that, actually. I didn't touch anything bad. Thank you. Unless this is actually, like, not jumpable. Okay, then. Sure. Right? Good. Hang on, let me see if it's the ray tracing. It very well might be. We're gonna see. No, it's not the ray tracing. It's just the game. I bet that makes a song if you pick the right ones to go down. I just didn't get it, you know. This is so I have no post-processing happening right now. This is just the way the game looks, by the way. Oh, stay on the elevator. Oh, it does look like golf with your friends. That's pretty cool. It's very It's very Winter Garden. Is that the guy with the marbles that does music? Okay, well, now that we're waking up after that, whatever that was, now we can re-enable our ray tracing. Wow, this is very The Witness now. Is this the development map you used to make it? Yeah, it is super meta. This is, well, I don't want to spoil it, but the game's been out for so long now that if you haven't played The Witness to completion and then play it again, you don't know what I'm talking about. Winter Garden, Wintergarten was an inspiration for this map. Well, this Rubik's Cube is solved already. Yes, go America and go paint. Honestly, this painting needs some paint. It's just got a handprint on the side and some scuff marks. It's like somebody had art here and they turned it around backwards. Anyways, The Witness had a thing like this. I feel like it's inspired by Winter Garden and The Witness because they had a thing. How do I get out of here? I thought for sure there was going to be something scary in there. Like a jump scare. Okay. Oh, wait. What happened at the outside? Mondays, am I right? 6:52. Do I touch the obvious looking computer? Right. I don't think Spacely ever finished The Witness. Honestly, some of the sections were pretty hard. And I think that is true for everyone that's not an epic world-class puzzle solver. Oh, nice. Because there's so many different kinds of puzzle mechanics in that. I mean, there's one kind of puzzle, right? But there's so many kinds of puzzle mechanics that some of them are just going to be hard for how our brain works. That was cool. I wish I could turn the camera, but at the same time, I did not want to be able to turn the camera. That would be miserable. Also, we finished all 3 maps, and it's only been 45 minutes. So what has been wrong with me the whole time for Konclan's maps? How am I able to play 3 of them? One of them being a rage-inducing heavy marble map. And somehow I still managed to get stuck on the puzzle maps and then unstuck. That's crazy. Mr. Beans, I would love to play one of your maps. I would love to play one of your maps. I'm going to take a break for a week or 2 or maybe 3. I feel like lately, usually what happens is I'm excited to stream. And I love it. I love playing Portal. I love hanging out with you guys. That's the whole stream. And so I love streaming. Lately, and it has nothing to do with the quality of your maps, Konclan. I don't want you to feel like I'm burned out because of your maps. I just feel kind of burned out. And I know I only stream twice a week for like an hour each. But I just, lately the streams have been feeling like I have to do them and not I get to do them. And for a hobby, it's this niche, right? Because one, it's not my job, it's a hobby. But I feel like most hobbies don't involve letting people down. And I know, right? There's like, you guys aren't putting any pressure on me to continue streaming day in and day out, that being twice a week. And I'm not feeling super stressed by streaming. I'm starting to feel it. I've burned out before in other things and I'm starting to feel it. It just seems silly to say that when it's literally 2 hours a week and on 2 different days. My son's nap schedule changed. And so now instead of being asleep through the stream, he wakes up like right before I start streaming. So in my mind, I'm like kind of taking myself away from my family. So I might need to find a new time or a new schedule. And I think I just need to take some time off so that I'm not thinking about it. And then usually what happens is I take some time off. And then after a week or 2, I'm like, man, I want to stream again. I miss everybody. And it was super fun. And I can't wait to do that. So I'll be taking a couple weeks off, somewhere between 1 and 3 weeks. And then when we come back, there's been a couple of people that have asked for maps. I think Mr. Beans, you're one of them. And I would love to play maps that you guys have made. I was talking to Pink Ninja after the last stream because I was a bit frustrated with that puzzle with the laser that went in at an angle. And again, it wasn't anything wrong with the test. It was a valid test. I just have been conditioned to not think that way. And so I was just frustrated because I'm like, you know, when you're just being dumb and people are so gracious. Konclan was so gracious. He's like, here's a hint. You seem like you could use a hint. And then here's 5 more hints, but like not revealing the puzzle until I was like, I don't even know. Like, your hints were great. And honestly, your map was great. And I was just really frustrated by it. And I think part of that is feeling a little burned out. So I was already going into that stream unfair to you guys with a stinky attitude. Anyways, I was talking to Pink Ninja, and I was just so grateful and thankful for all of the map creators out there, because I don't produce original content from scratch. And to be fair, no one does, right? Valve made Portal and a map maker, and then people use that, right? And Bmod created a map mod pack, and people use that. So no one is creating anything from scratch. But without all of you guys making maps, I wouldn't have any content to play other than like, oh, I changed a setting in Reshade. Guess I'll play Portal 2 again with this slight settings tweak. And that would be terrible. So like, I get to play. I'm so privileged to be able to play the maps that you make. And then like that, I don't know. It's so cool. So even when I'm reviewing maps, I really, really, really want to encourage map makers, because like, this is good stuff. Even if I don't like a map, I'm like, that was a good map, I just didn't like it. I very rarely want to say something that could potentially discourage somebody from making maps, because I love the community. I have had nothing but good interactions with people in the Portal modding community, and so it's been good. To bake an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe, Carl Sagan. Yeah, true. And that's exactly what it is here. So like, even when I don't like something, I want to be very clear. It was good, I just didn't like it. Or like, this was a lot of fun, I just have a bad attitude today, so it's not having fun. But that's not because the maps aren't fun, it's just because I have a bad attitude. So all that to say, that's just been kind of what I've been thinking through lately. I've just been really grateful. And when I take some time to sit down and think, like, it's been such a fun journey. So I'm excited to keep going. We're in this like interesting point now where I'm just completely settled in playing Portal maps and mods. There's a couple times people come into the community and they're like, hey, can you play this other thing? And I'm like, I'll put it in the to-do list. Oh, I played Atomic Heart, by the way. I don't remember who recommended it, but somebody came in and said you would love this, because I talk highly of BioShock. One of my favorite games is BioShock. And they recommended Atomic Heart. I need to start putting who recommends the things in Trello so that I can thank them by name, by username. It would be really creepy to thank them by name. It's like if Mr. Bean's name was Freddy, and I was like, thanks Freddy for the recommendation. And he's like, how did you, that's creepy, and I hate that. And please don't dox my name. Also with YouTube, it's funny because sometimes people will join and YouTube will like default. It was pretty meh from what you've seen. Oh, I really enjoyed it. I don't know. It tickles an itch in my brain. That's this like, you have a limited number of options, but all the options are upgradable. So there's a little bit of grinding to go get the materials that you need. But then there's also some puzzle challenges, and then the enemies are fun. There's also a new game plus. So I've been enjoying it. I wish there were some options for dialogue with specific characters to not have them say things the way that they say them, because it's just uncomfortable. If you've played, you probably know what I'm talking about. I just didn't appreciate that. Also, I feel like with games, this is just me, I don't swear, and I feel like there are certain movies and shows where I don't mind the swearing because it's accurate, right? Like a war. If you're under fire, it makes sense that people are going to be swearing because that's a very high stress environment. And from what I understand from people that have served, like they swear a lot in the service. So it makes sense to have some level of realism if you're depicting a movie that is meant to be realistic. But you know, I've played games, and if there's no swearing in a game, I don't get to the end of the game and go, that was great, except that I wish they dropped more F-bombs. Like, that's never a thought that I've had about a game or a movie. So for me, I kind of wish there was an option to just bleep it or silence it or have different dialogue. I know it has to do with voice acting and all that, and you can't record 2 sets of lines just for people that are sensitive to language. Also, it's a mature themed game, so like you're not gonna have kids that can't play. Yeah, a war movie where the soldiers go, frick darn, would be total whiplash. Golly gee, that's a grenade. I should run. Oh, fiddlesticks. that would be really wild. Oh man. But there are, I feel like, what was the movie about? It was Andrew Garfield, and he had some moral conviction to not take up arms. And so he served as a medic. Something Hill or, Hacksaw Ridge. I feel like there wasn't a lot of swearing in it. Was it PG-13? I maybe I'm just misremembering, but it was a very intense movie, and it was definitely a war movie, and it felt realistic, but I don't remember there being swearing in it. So it's possible. But yeah, you can't have people go, oh golly gee. Like you can't replace swear words with words that sound silly in a war setting. So I like Portal 2 without Wheatley being called a moron. Oh, it's like Portal 2 without Wheatley being called a moron. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's not nice to call people morons, and I don't personally do that. I use other words, like doorknob. I call people doorknobs all the time. And it just sounds demeaning, you know? It's not like inappropriate. It's just a word that I use because when I am frustrated with someone, I'm like, stop being such a doorknob. I don't know where I got that from either. I don't know if I invented that or if I heard it somewhere and I thought it was funny and started using it. I also want to start saying, oh, fiddlesticks, because that's on point with Portal. But yeah. So we're talking about Atomic Heart. I wish there was less swearing, and I wish the upgrade machine had less original voice lines. I wish there was an option to just have the upgrade machine not be able to talk. A knucklehead. Quit being such a knucklehead. Did you guys see that TikTok? It was from... Oh, who was it from? I don't know. I've only seen this one, but it was... And I'm not trying to be racist. This is relevant to the content of the TikTok. There's a black guy sitting in his car doing a selfie video, just talking about how like white people have dropped the ball with making up new expressions. Because back in the day, we had all these expressions that were just like, you know, grandma would say them. It was so funny. It was so funny. I'd try to do it, but I'd butcher it. And it was hilarious because I'm like, that's awesome. It was stuff like knucklehead, dingus, other sayings that are just like, that is such a Midwestern white thing to say. But it's hilarious and it's wholesome. What a wholesome way to tell somebody that you're unhappy with them. Oh, man. Oh, so yeah. All in all, though, I stopped playing Atomic Heart shortly into a New Game Plus because I farmed the heck out of my first playthrough. I got max upgraded in my first playthrough. And so I don't really feel the need to launch into the second playthrough yet, but they changed the enemy AI to have a more, it's more difficult essentially. So you start over with all your upgrades like New Game Pluses typically do, but because you're starting very powerful, the enemies also have different AI, and not just like they do more damage and there's more enemies and they have more health, which that's kind of, I don't particularly enjoy that type of New Game Plus because it's numbers difficulty where it's like, oh, you just have twice the enemies, they have twice the health, twice the attack power. They actually rewrote the AI to be more difficult, which is great. Any game that has AI levels on enemies is wonderful. So it was a good recommendation for me. Even if the game has a consensus that it's mid, I quite enjoyed it. And it was on sale during the Steam sale. So you've been playing Little Big Planet 2. It's your favorite game from growing up, and it's still very fun. I sunk so many hours and dollars into that game. That's fun. It's nice to go back to childhood games. I feel like that with Pokemon. When I was a kid, I didn't play it as a kid, but I bought Pokemon Fire Red on Game Boy Advance. And whenever I want to play Pokemon again, I'm like, do they have Pokemon for the Switch? Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't play it on the Switch. I always download a Game Boy Advance emulator, and I haven't loaded my cartridge into it, but I feel like if I owned the game, then I could play the game like that. And my Game Boy Advance is long dead. So yeah, I've been playing that. Every time I go back to it, I'm always playing the same games from my childhood on a Game Boy Advance emulator. But then I'm like, this is amazing, and I play 12 hours a day when I should be doing other things. And then after 3 days, I'm like, I can't anymore. I gotta stop. They have Pokemon on the Switch, but it's buggy last time I checked. Okay. I just don't know what new games Pokemon is producing. Like, what platform are they on? I remember the DS ones came out, and then I feel like they have more modern ones, but the DS isn't even a platform now. So it would have to be for the Switch or mobile phone. I know they have Pokemon Go and Pokemon Sleep. And then they have some sort of Pokemon Vault that has like online access to all your games, so you can trade Pokemon between platforms. It's too complicated for me now. I liked it when there were 150 Pokemon. And then, spoiler alert, there were 150 more Pokemon. And it was like, whoa, this is so cool. I love this. And then there were 150 more, and I checked out. I haven't played anything since there's been 300. 300 is the right amount of Pokemon. And I like the chances of a shiny being like 1 in 1,000 and not like 1 in 16 or however many it is now when you're shiny hunting. They made it too easy for me. It's less grindy and more knowledge based. So you have to know things now and not grind things out. And I appreciated it for being so grindy. Yeah, just that's my take. That's my hot take. They put too many quality of life things in, and they added so many things that you have to know about. Sword and Shield, Arceus, Scarlet, and Violet. I didn't even know Scarlet and Violet were a thing. When did they go away from colors? And then stones, right? It was red, it was silver gold, so metals, right? And then it was red, blue, and then green? And then it was ruby, sapphire, emerald. And at some point, fire red, leaf green. And then, what did they have after that? They had pearl and diamond. And they had black and white. And then now sword and shield and Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. And I'm like, what are they going to have next? This is Pokemon Mac and PC. Like, I don't know, man. OS, Mac OS, and Windows. Pokemon Mac OS, Pokemon Windows. They're not actually for those platforms, which is confusing. It's for the Switch. It's for the Nintendo Switch 2. But they ran out of things to go between, and that was what they came up with. Shapes, Pokemon Square and Circle. Oh yeah. And then later on, when they remake Square, it turns into Rhombus, and Circle turns into amorphous shape. It is Pokemon Black Hole and Pokemon Wormhole. I don't know. Scientific principles, Pokemon Doppler effect, and Pokemon gravitational pull. I can't believe Silk Song got announced for this year. I don't know. What even is Silk Song? Is that a Pokemon thing? Pokemon music and physics. They're going to use one of these, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to sue them because I did it first. And Nintendo is infamous for suing people for copyright infringement. It blows my mind. Did you guys hear about the GameCube-based Smash Bros. Melee tournaments that they used to have? Oh, Silk Song is a sequel to Hollow Knight. I played Hollow Knight on stream, actually. And it was fun, but not my thing. I'm not really into platformers like that. You know, like the music, amazing. But it's the style of play is frustrating to me because I'm not good at it. And so it doesn't matter how long I grind to get upgrades if I can't beat the boss because I'm not good at the mechanics, you know? They end up frustrating me. I think it's a weird timing thing. You saw it with the marble jumps, right? Like that was pure platforming and I was so bad at it. I only had to jump like 5 times and I couldn't do it. Platformers are your jam, especially tight mechanical platformers. Yeah, I can't do it. There's no way. To me, it's like the simpler the game is, the harder it is for me to play. It's wild. Although that being said, I do appreciate roguelites and that kind of thing. So, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I like roguelites. Platformers just aren't... I think the most platforming game that I enjoy is The Binding of Isaac, which is a roguelite. I like Celeste, but it got old quickly. What did I enjoy? I liked Haiku. Not to be confused with Haikyuu, the anime. Haiku, the little robot game. Haiku felt like a playable demo for Hollow Knight because it's almost the same. Portal is a platformer. Yeah, but I don't like side-scrolling platformers. I'm not a huge fan of top-down platformers. First-person platforming is different to me because I don't know. It feels less like I'm controlling this thing from outside of it, like a remote control car. Like the marble is a good example. And I'm not even that good at platforming in Portal, right? Like having to do quick time events in Portal where you have to hit a portal on this specific thing and then jump this way and land on this and pixel perfect jump off of this to bridge the gap and then time something. Like I can't do that because I'm not good at platformers. To me, if it's first person, it feels more natural, which is an odd thing to say because I'm literally controlling pixels on a screen. But it just makes more sense in my brain if that's a good way to say it. I don't know. It's interesting, that's for sure. Yeah. So I enjoy The Binding of Isaac. I played a lot of Hades on stream, and I never got good at it. I think people that are good at Hades, it doesn't matter which weapon you pick or which characters you go with or which abilities you get. As long as they synergize, you'll play well. And to me, I was like, I can play 2 weapons, and that's it. And the other ones, I just never really figured out how to get into a flow with them. So I wouldn't say I'm good at Hades. But I played like 60 hours of it on screen, and I did some off-screen grinding. So there was that. Portal I played a lot. I've played a lot through the years too. I tend to go back to like first person, like RPG style, or some shooters if there's a convincing story. You got Hades on PS4 and loved it, but just like stopped playing PS4. Yeah. Have you played MMOs? I haven't truly played an MMO since Adventure Quest Worlds. On Flash. Yeah. But Adventure Quest Worlds, I dumped so much, not money, but time into doing their like survey platform to unlock in-game premium currency. And yeah. That was back when I was in like middle school, man. I dumped so much time into that game. And it's probably a mid MMO. It's like WoW for children. But it's pretty grindy. I mean, there's some gear that I downloaded a scripting platform and then had tons of fun developing my own scripts. Because there's a command platform in game that you can use in the chat. They allow you to do that. But then they're like, please don't use loaders and stuff. And then they're like, but also you can script all your movement in the chat. So I was one of those, like, we're going to give you all the tools that you need to do something that we ask you to please not do. I think as long as you weren't abusing it and causing a bad experience for other players, then it was fine. They didn't care. You could also join, like, rooms, because they would have like a max of 8 players per room or whatever that you're in. So you could join a map and it'll randomly put you into the first available room. Or you could specify a 4 or 5 digit room code so that you have your own like private room, unless you randomly collided with another guy that was scripting. Yeah, it was interesting. That was fun though. I do like MMOs. I don't have the time to grind at them now. So for me, if it doesn't have a scripting platform that I can enjoy the programming aspect of it, then I can't. Like, I think Monster Hunter is... I don't know if Monster Hunter is MMO. It's multiplayer enabled, and so you can play with your friends, but it is a massive game. I don't know that it's massively multiplayer online. But even that, like, it's too much time investment now. Like, I'm even feeling the stream time. So I'm also taking the time to talk a little more now today and go over time, because I know I'm gonna be taking a break. And I talked with Pink Ninja, and she's like, it sounds like a good idea. Spend some time with everybody, you know, before you're gonna walk away for a couple weeks. RuneScape specifically, you quit MMOs when you needed a level to put armor on. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess that's frustrating. To me, it feels like a prestige thing. Like, if you can know by looking at someone's character what level they are because of how what armor they've equipped. But I think it depends on the style of game too, right? Like, if it's a cosmetic armor that requires a level, you're like, okay, you're just, at this point, you're pandering to the max level guys that play so much that they'll release a new max level cap, and in less than 24 hours, people hit it. Even though it's supposed to be like 120 hours of content. Yeah, but if it's a performance thing, I feel like having a level minimum is not a bad way to do it. Or have a stat minimum for certain builds, for certain gear. But then you also need to be able to make sure that people can hit that. It's also different if there's trading enabled in the game. Like, if drops are locked to your character and you can't trade, then I feel like having level minimums is just like, it's natural in the game that if you have enemies that you can't fight yet and they drop gear that's better, then don't have a level minimum. Because if someone's able to skill their way or luck their way into getting a crazy drop way beyond what they're able to handle enemy-wise, then I feel like that's not a bad thing to do. That was like Realm of the Mad God. Have you guys played that one? It's a permadeath massive, well, I don't know if it's massive, but it's an MMO platformer. It's an MMO top-down platformer that has permadeath. It's really an interesting experience. I have a couple characters that I got really good with back in the day, and I will never play them again unless I spend time getting good at the game again, because it's permadeath and it's honestly really easy to accidentally die. The whole idea is that you've got these maps that have 200 players, and then once you complete a certain number of like world quests in this map, which it's like a half-hour to hour cycle, depends on how many players are actively doing the quests and how many players are just grinding hard mobs to get potions. But yeah, so you do this, and then if you're in a realm or a world when the final quest is done, then it teleports you to a world boss. And so you're working with, at this point, probably about 80 people to take down the world boss, and it's permadeath. So like, if your health starts dropping, you just kind of leave. And sometimes you don't end up killing the world boss. So I enjoyed that, but it's a niche. Not everyone's into it. PSO2 NGS has certain armor and weapons at different levels. However, armor doesn't change looks, and you can change looks of weapons. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, performance based, but then you can change the look. I like that too. I don't know. I feel like I could get into another MMO because I like grinding things out. But yeah, I just don't have time right now. Maybe it'll change. If my son grows up and becomes a gamer and ends up getting into an MMO, I'll probably do it with him. But when I say ends up getting into it, I mean like we're going to make sure that he's not accidentally gonna end up trafficked on the dark web because he started playing the wrong MMO. You know what I mean? We're gonna teach him how to be online responsibly, and make sure that he can learn in an environment that is safe to do so. I think one reason Minecraft got popular is because it was like an MMO, but without artificial caps stopping you from doing things, especially with mods. Yeah, true. Minecraft is great. Love it. Almost technically an MMO, but not. It's like a sort of online multiplayer RPG. But it's not an RPG because your character has no development. So it's a sandbox game, right? It's a sort of online multiplayer sandbox game. It's sort of adventure, it's sort of creative, it's sort of sandbox, it's sort of RPG, sort of like you get better gear and equipment, so in that way you develop your character. But yeah, there's nothing preventing you from speedrunning it. There's nothing preventing you from building something huge. There's nothing preventing you from building a redstone computer with software. Like, it's so open-ended. I love it. I would love to play Minecraft again. In fact, I'm launching a 121 server soon. And every time I launch a new server, I get a little more professional with it. I'm using a proxy now so that I don't have to expose ports on my network. I found a plugin that does a nice proxy effect. And that paired with a whitelist, it means that I can control it. Yeah. I played Minecraft a lot when COVID happened and we were all locked down. And then I've played less and less every year since. But I have a private server for some friends that runs on some hardware that I have. My previous gaming and streaming computer is running a whole bunch of server stuff. So that's been really fun setting up. And it's nice to just have a Minecraft server running all the time. It's been down for a couple of months. I've been working on the server. I was going to try to replace it with a mini PC because it's quieter and more power efficient. But the one that I got didn't work out. It wasn't powerful enough to encode for Plex and Jellyfin while also doing a Minecraft server, which means I think it probably wouldn't have performed well enough to host Minecraft for more than 2 people. But it was real. I mean, it was one of those like $150 Intel NUC boxes, and it had 16 gigs of RAM. It was an N150 CPU with 4 threads. Really power efficient. That thing was like 17 watts at full load. And so I was testing with it. And when I ran the Minecraft server and then I booted into my PC and logged into it, it was generating. Well, I pre-genned the world up to like 1,000 chunks or something. But your dad has an AMD mini PC. Yeah, the AMD ones have more power, but they're more expensive and more power hungry. They're still pretty efficient. My mom has an AMD mini PC, but yeah, louder than your entire PC at max. That's crazy. Yeah, you gotta really find ones that are quiet. The AMD ones tend to scream because there's a lot of power in it. But if you don't need that power, then that one tiny fan in it is gonna have to spin really fast. So, all right, I should get going. I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. It's been really fun. Keep posting recommendations on Trello. Keep posting recommendations in Discord. I'll put them up on the Trello when I start looking at coming back, and we'll see what we can get into next. Mr. Beans, I'll look to play your stuff. And then the other people that have requested that I play their stuff as well. So it'll be good. Oh, I guess it's good timing with the song ending. Yeah. But thanks for coming on by. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to keep up to date with what we're doing on the channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.